Now let us understand the mole concept in terms of the mass of a substance. See, it's very interesting to note two terms here, which is actually called molecular mass and molar mass. Molar mass is also called gram molecular mass. Now, how these two terms are different from each other, one has to understand. Let us take an example of water. The water's molecular mass, we say, is 18. It is 18 and the unit is U, unified mass. It is the molecular mass, mass of one molecule. It is the mass of one molecule. When we say what will be its gram molecular mass, also called molar mass, we say 18 grams. How does this term becomes 18 grams? 18 is fine, we know 16 plus 2 is 18. That is how we have written 18U. But how this becomes grams? And what does it mean? It simply means that this 18 grams is the mass of its 1 mole, and which will be containing 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of it. So always remember, the gram molecular mass or molar mass is the mass of 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules or entities. And how it becomes, this U becomes equal to grams, I can show it to you here. Like 1 mole of water will be having 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules, and each molecule is weighing 18U. So the mass of 1 mole of water in terms of U will be this much multiplied by 18U. And in order to convert this whole of mass from unified mass unit to grams, I have to convert what? 1U into the grams, and we know the simple conversion. It is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. Now what is interesting to notice, the product of these two numbers is always 1. That is why this becomes 18 grams. So 1 mole of water is 18 grams. So when we say, and this is an amount which is actually is very much accountable, can be calculated, but when we say the molecule of mass of one molecule, which will be somewhat 10 to the power minus 24 grams, that is practically is almost insignificant. We haven't developed any apparatus or a system by which we can measure such small masses or in a normal system. So that is why what we do is we try to take the amounts of the substances in terms of their gram molecular masses or molar masses. So gram molecular mass or molar mass are the mass of these many molecules of that substance, and that is actually is the same as the molecular masses, but it is expressed in terms of grams because that will be having these many particles or molecules. And the moment you multiply this Avogadro number with the conversion factor of a U into grams, you get answer 1, and that is how it gets converted to 18 grams. So in a very similar way, let me give you one more example. 1 mole of CO2 will weight how much? We know 16 to the 32 plus 12 is 44. Now its mass 44 will be called 44U if it is a molecular mass, and if it is actually gram molecular mass, which is also called molar mass, it will be 44 grams. And the same will be 44U if it is a molecular mass. In a very similar way, if I write NaCl, this means it will be 58.5 grams. 1 mole of NaCl will weigh this much, and it will be having 6.022 to 10 to the power 23 formula units of NaCl, each multiplied by 58.5U, converted to grams by multiplying by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 27 grams, gives you 58.5 grams. So this is how these two are interrelated to each other.